I want to give you a chance.
Obama does not like the issue of where he was born. His own publisher, as you know, using his words, said he was born in Kenya and he lived in Indonesia. Of course, now he's denying that amazingly. So, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk, as you said you would, jobs, China, what's going on with respect to China and how they're ripping this country, what's going on with respect to OPEC and how the nations of OPEC are laughing at the stupidity of our country.
Right.
That's what I'm here to talk about. You know that's what I'm here to talk about. And I thought that your introduction was highly inappropriate, but that's okay because I've gotten to know you over the years.
Well, listen, Donald. First of all, I never said we weren't going to talk about the birther issue. We had a conversation earlier today. We didn't discuss at all what we were going to talk about. I don't know what.
Very much.
I don't know why you're.
I will tell you, it's not an issue that he likes talking about. So what he does is uses reverse psychology on people like you, so that you report like, oh, gee, he's thrilled with it. He does not like that issue because it's hitting very close to home. You know it, and he knows it. But
I don't know it,
Donald.
You and I have known each other for a long time, and I don't understand why you're doubling down on this birther issue after the state of Hawaii formally says this is the legitimate birth certificate. He was born in Hawaii. Why are you going through all of this, Donald?
Well, a lot of people don't agree with that birth certificate.
But if the state of Hawaii authorizes it, if the state of Hawaii says this is official, he was born in Hawaii on this date, here it is, why do you deny that?
A lot of people do not think it was an authentic certificate.
How can you say that if
you won't report it, Wolf, but many people do not think it was authentic. His mother was not in the hospital. There were many other things that came out. And frankly, if you would report it accurately, I think you'd probably get better ratings than you're getting, which are pretty small.
Donald, have you seen the actual newspaper announcements within days of his birth in Honolulu? For example, the Honolulu Star Bulletin will put it up there. You see the birth announcement back in 1961. The Honolulu. Listen to me, Donald. Honolulu. Can I ask the question?
Defending Obama?
Donald, you're beginning to sound a little ridiculous. I have to tell you.
I think you are, Wolf. Let me tell you something. I think you sound ridiculous, and if you'd ask me a question and let me answer it.
Here's the question. Did the conspiracy start in 1961 when the Honolulu Star Bulletin and the Honolulu Advertiser contemporaneously published announcements that he was born in Hawaii?
That's right. And many people put those announcements in because they wanted to get the benefits of being so-called born in this country. Many people did it. It was something that was done by many people, even if they weren't born in the country. You know it, and so do I.
All right, so explain why, Donald, explain why why did the state of Hawaii authorize that live birth certificate? Why did they do it? Are they part of this conspiracy as well?
Well, you know, your Democratic governor, who was the one that was really leading it, a lot of people say, where did it come from? And they're saying, how come he didn't show it to John McCain, Hillary Clinton? It was only Donald Trump that got him to do it. So you know that, and I know that. And, you know, when you say that Obama doesn't mind this, Obama hates this subject. When his publisher comes out with a statement from him made in the 1990s that he was born in Kenya and that he was raised in Indonesia, and all of a sudden it comes out, I think it's something that he doesn't like at all. Now, what he says is, oh, we love it, we love it, we love it. Because that's
let me tell you who hates this subject. It is Mitt Romney, who totally disagrees with you on this, including today. He issued a statement. Mitt Romney says, is Mitt Romney a Democrat? Is he an Obama supporter?
What I speak to Mitt Romney about is China, because he's got a great view on China and how they're trying to destroy our country by taking our jobs and making our product and manipulating their currency so that it makes it almost impossible for our companies to compete. What I speak to him about is OPEC. I don't speak to him about this. You bring it up because you feel it's probably going to get a few more people watching your station, which unfortunately they're not doing.
Here's what Romney spokeswoman Andrea Saul said today, not yesterday, not last week, not 6 months ago. Governor Romney has said repeatedly that he believes President Obama was born in the United States. Now, he's not a Democrat. He's not an Obama supporter. He's Governor Romney, the Republican presidential nominee. He says you're wrong.
You know what? Everybody's entitled to their opinion, Wolf. You know my opinion, you know his opinion, and that's fine. We're entitled, as he said yesterday in the airplane, we're all entitled to our opinions. And he's entitled to his opinion, and I think that's wonderful. I don't happen to share that opinion, and that's wonderful also.
But the state of Hawaii says it's not an opinion, it's a fact.
No, I don't think so. I think if you look at the birth certificate, take a look, and you tell me, really, you analyze the birth certificate. There are many people that don't agree with that birth certificate. They don't think it's authentic, Wolf.
I don't know when you say many people who don't agree.
Many people.
Like who? Give me a name of somebody in a position of authority in Hawaii who says, but give me a name.
There are many people, I don't give names, there are many people that do not believe that birth certificate is authentic.
Well, you know what? Let me ask you this, and because you said when you were thinking about running for the Republican presidential nomination, you had an exchange with Meredith Vieira on the Today Show. I'm going to play the little clip because I want to follow up on this because it got me interested at the time, and I want to see if there is a follow-up. But listen to this.
I have people that actually have been studied, and they cannot believe what they're finding.
You have people now down there searching, I mean, in Hawaii?
Absolutely, and they cannot believe what they're finding.
All right, tell us what your people who were investigating in Hawaii, what they found.
We don't have to go into old news. That's old news.
Well, what did they find?
There's been plenty found. You can call many people. You can read many, many articles on the authenticity of the certificate. You can read many articles from just recently as to what the publisher printed in a brochure as to what Obama told him as to where his place of birth is. And that's fine, Wolf. Now it's appropriate, I think, that we get to the subject of hand, which is at hand, which is jobs, which is the economy, which is how our country is not doing well at all under this leadership, which is how are we going to do something about energy, which is really the things that I wanted to talk to you about, but you like to keep going back to the place of birth. I actually think that's an important subject, but I think we've covered that pretty well now, don't you?
One more point, and then we'll move on, Donald. You know the governor of Hawaii who authorized the release of this birth certificate is not a Democrat, but a Republican.
I know nothing about it. All I know is that there are many, many questions from many different sides as to the authenticity of his birth certificate. And all I know is last week somebody came out with a very strong statement saying that he stated himself that he was born in Kenya and raised in Indonesia. Now, I didn't make that statement. That was made by, I assume, either the publisher or the president himself, and that's a statement. That's a pretty hard statement to refute. That was a statement made prior to somebody knowing that he was going to be running for the presidency.
A lot of conservatives, a lot of Republicans are worried that this whole issue of the birth certificate is going to alienate those undecided independents out there. And they're worried, and frankly, that you're out there, out on the campaign trail right now with Mitt Romney. They want Mitt Romney